It is not Victoire Ingabire alone. Stop crying. Justice. Everywhere voices are raised to cry for help for Victoire Ingabire, as if Kagame wants to kill her. In fact, you do not know the Kigali regime. It is a regime of violence and lies, a diabolical regime. This word is not strong enough. Before committing genocides, it creates diversions. It is a regime that has signed pacts with the world of darkness. It is a small group of people who run the country, but people thirsty for blood and wars. In fact, we do not know the enemy, the adversary who is facing us. It is therefore not surprising that from failure to failure, we are always going around in circles. Victoire Ingabire is a woman. She is a mother. She is a symbol of the gift and protection of life. And any person in Rwanda or outside Rwanda who wants to give life and survival to Rwandans, well, this person becomes a target for the Kigali regime, a person to be killed. So it is not Victoire Ingabire alone who is targeted. Cry for yourselves and for your children. I learned that she received an international medal for freedom, peace, and democracy. It is wonderful. It is very good. Only many of these organizations or institutes that distribute medals to the various winners are also infiltrated by unhealthy imperialist ideologies, contrary to their initial ideals. They praise winners, sell their merits everywhere on the international scene. They propel them to decision-making positions. They give them medals for peace, but all this to better use them in their imperialist mafia wars. These medals are not bad, especially since they are often accompanied by a few cents. But I would rather starve than betray my conscience by having an entire population massacred. I conveyed this same message to Dr. Mukwege when he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. Mrs. Victoire Ingabire, I learned that they gave you a medal for freedom, peace, and democracy. It is very beautiful, but I beg you, do not let this force you to repeat peace, freedom, and democracy several times, and forget to mention justice. Justice. For many Rwandans and many foreigners who know Rwanda well, you provoked sympathy and admiration the day you arrived in Kigali and declared these words, "You show us the bones of the Tutsi. I see the bones of the Tutsi. Where are those of the Hutu?" It is these courageous words in this period that attracted sympathy, admiration, but also prison. It is very likely that today, in the face of this diabolical and bloodthirsty regime, you cannot repeat the same words. But do not worry. We know and we see your political terrain well. I was just to point out to you that the question you asked at that time is still relevant and deserves an urgent response. You show us the bones of the Tutsi. Where are those of the Hutu? Almost everywhere in the churches in Rwanda, priests, pastors and others, you will hear them often repeat the word love, love. Love one another, but they carefully avoid saying the word justice, justice. But when we consider what happened and is still happening in Rwanda, talking about love while avoiding talking about justice is a pure lie. Love and justice are like the soul and the body.